Hey, my village. Good afternoon. For some, it's like nighttime. But welcome. Hopefully you guys get to catch this video. And let me share it to a few places and invite a few people. And we will get started. Hopefully you can hear me and it don't get interrupted today. I am outside. Signal is horrible inside, so I had to go outside. But if you are tuning in, please make sure you say hi, comment so that I can know that you're here. Thank you guys for joining, and hopefully you like and share the video. This video topic, as you can see, is called time. A lot of people have issues with time. That's why I keep coming back to this topic. As you guys know, I am Monique. I go by Coach Mo. I'm a parenting and business coach. I help parents co-parent with success to be able to coexist in their child's life, as well as help entrepreneurs identify their ideal client to be able to create products, content, and services to create income in their business. So now that we got that out of the way, I have four tips. So when I think about time, I think about four things. So I spell out the word time, and T stands for transformation. Something have to transform in order for things to be different. You can't manage time when you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, because obviously you need help with something. So something has to transform and change in order for you to be able to master time management. I also think of the I as innovation. So of course that's transformation, rearrange, change. So pretty much that's what resonate with me when I think about the I. The M is of course manage, and the E is establish. So I'm going to break down each one. So T is for transformation. More times than not, most people have the common issues most people have when it comes to losing control of time management is not being able to say no. I used to be that yes person, always helping people, but nobody ever helped me. Also just losing control. You just want to control everything, and you don't want everybody to do anything for you because they're not doing it the way you want it to be done. This is what I used to do with my son. He used to wash dishes, and if the dish is not clean, I'll come behind him and wash them again. But not anymore. I keep making him wash them over and over until they're clean. So they're going to eventually end up the way I want them to be. It just take a little longer and a lot more patience. But a lot of people want to be in control of everything in their life, and they don't want to delegate any duties to anybody else because they're not going to do it the way they want them to do it. They don't let someone else cook because maybe my cooking is better, like stuff like that. Also, they take on too much. I used to be that super mom. I was in school full time, in grad school, homeschooling my son, working from home full time, and running a business. I had to let some stuff go. So now I'm in my business full time, no longer homeschooling, no longer in grad school, and no longer working full time. But I feel like a better person, and my life is manageable now. So those are the three things I see that has to transform in order for you to be able to get in control of time management. Those of you who have been with me for a few weeks know that I have a How to Master Your Time Management and Work-Life Balance course that's coming up. Again, this is going to be the last time I'm running it. It's going to be August 31st, and it's $497. Hey coach. This course is how to master your time management and work-life balance in 30 days or less. It only take a short period of time to change. It only take 3 weeks to make it a habit. Well, 21 days. So, hey, thanks for tuning in. So I'm running it one more time, and that's going to be August 31st at 12. It's going to be via Zoom. So it's going to be a video chat. So I'm going to host the group class with helping you guys. It's going to be for 4 weeks. So if you can't make it, it's going to be recorded. You will get all the content, the workbook, everything. It's going to be 4 steps. So these 4 steps: transformation, innovation, manage, and establish. So what I mean by innovation, it's basically to change your schedule. We're going to see what your schedule look like and what tweaks need to be changed, who you need to delegate duties to, and we'll focus on like current opportunities, pretty much. And for the management section, which is the 3rd week of the program, we'll manage and build a new plan. So a plan that will actually work. A lot of people be like, oh, I can handle my time management, but they still don't have their life together. They're still all over the place. They're still stressed. They don't even incorporate them in their plan. I see parents constantly, their kids doing every sport all year long. When do you have you scheduled on their schedule? They're going to tutoring, they're going here, they're going there, but you don't even have you included in their schedule. So I see that a lot, and I'm like, what's really going on? We dig deeper to see why is it that you have overcompensated for the kids doing all these other things. Are you overcompensating for someone not being there? So it's always deeper issues when it comes to time management. It's not just that you don't have time. You always hear friends like, oh, I don't have time to do this, I don't have time to do that, but in actuality they don't even really know why, because they don't see what they're doing. They don't see the patterns of them doing things and never being able to say no. They don't see that until you bring it to light in there and ask the right questions and make them really think about it. So that's why I will work deep with each person to get down to the bottom of how did things get out of control in the first place, and what they might need to self-reflect on to figure out what is it that they're overcompensating for or keeping the kids busy for. And also the last one, we just need to establish boundaries. A lot of times we need to establish personal and business and professional boundaries, including with our kids. Sometimes your kids need to know, mommy need her me time. Don't bother me. You don't want to hurt their feelings. You don't want them to feel neglected, abandoned, but there need to be some boundaries. Okay, you need to be asleep by this time so I can have this many hours to myself. Even with parents, even with the other parent, like sometimes you don't want to be smothered all day. Sometimes you need that time to yourself, to be by yourself. Hey Amy, thanks for joining. So that's what I would pretty much work with. This program is for parents, non-parents, because you don't have to be a parent to not be in control of your time management and work-life balance. Basically, I'm teaching you how to work harder. Work smarter, not harder. Do more work in less time, because a lot of people are like, I don't have time to do this, I don't have time to do that. So I'm going to show you how to manage that time and give you effective time management tools. And we build strategies around how to establish those specific rules and boundaries. Thank you for tuning in. Also, how to delegate duties. Who's good at what? We're going to figure that out, because you don't have to do everything by yourself. A lot of people feel like, oh, I got to do it all. No, you don't. You choose to do it all because of the control issue. So it goes back to control. And I teach you how to organize your week and get time back to yourself. Who don't want time to themselves? Me, I love my self-care days on Monday and my lazy days on Sunday. It took a long time to get there. It took a big mindset shift to get there, because I'm like, oh, I'm a single parent. Oh, I got to do this by myself. And I actually didn't have to. I just didn't want to ask nobody for anything. I was one of the people that just like, I'll just do it myself because I don't feel like asking this person in fear of they're going to say, oh, if it wasn't for me, you this. Like, I used to hate when people do that. So I'm like, this is why people don't ask for help. But you got to know who the right people to ask for help, and I will help you figure that out. So I have the strategies broken down to knowing who to go to, who not to go to, who can do what, when, and figure out a schedule of what to say to them, to ask them for help, how to ask for help, who to ask for help, and why should you be asking for help. Also, mainly people that sign up for this course are parents and entrepreneurs, or mompreneurs, parentpreneurs, whatever you want to call it. And it's the work-life balance side that they can't manage. Sometimes it's not just time management. Sometimes it's work-life as well. That's why I put both of them together, because sometimes it's a little of both. Me, it was both. It was just working 7 days, not having any days off, not taking any time out for myself, not focusing on self-care, feeling the parent guilt for focusing on self-care when I did do something for myself. So we will work with that in the 4-week course that I have coming up. And again, it's August 31st. It's only $497. This go round, it only requires a $97 deposit to join the course, and it's going to be 2 payments of $200 thereafter. It don't have to be paid by August 31st. I will let it extend until September if you need it, because I understand back to school, kids are going back to school, is not cheap, it's expensive. Buying all these school supplies and uniforms or clothes if your kids wear clothes. But yeah, it is not cheap. So I know you guys are recovering from this back to school madness, and I am allowing payment plan for the $497. Usually at that low rate, I don't do payment plans because I absolutely hate payment plans, but I will allow it. You can message me if you need a payment plan, but this time I only want 10 people. Last time I did 20. This time I'm cutting the class down to only 10 people so I can focus on you guys specifically for the 4 weeks and hold your hand through the whole process. I don't want no one to feel like they're behind, things like that. So you will have access to a private Facebook group. You will have an accountability partner. You will also get a one-on-one call with me every week for follow-up and personal check-in. And you don't have to figure it out on your own. You're not the only one that struggle with time management or work-life balance issues. But I only want to deal with 10 people, so the first 10 people. Also, you guys, I have been like ghosting you guys on social media lately. I finally finished my prayer journal. I told you guys I was building a personal prayer journal. I've been talking to you guys about it for a while. But this prayer journal is something that's like a personal journey for me. It helped me in this whole year pretty much with developing my strength and my faith. I was able to leave my job. I did this prayer journal right before I left my job, like a month before. So it helped me develop a daily spiritual routine, because if you don't have God involved in your life daily, there's something wrong. You can't keep faith if you're not talking to him daily. So this helped me remind myself to talk to God daily, remember his promises, and talk to him. Just ask him for what I want. You cannot get what you never asked for. Also, just remembering how awesome I am. Like I did the affirmations. So let me see. I write my daily affirmations. And also I write daily gratitude. So I have a gratitude section where you show how much you're grateful for things that God have blessed you with. So I have gratitude, and also have scriptures. So this is the section where I write down all my favorite scriptures. It can be, if I'm battling with faith today, I'll go to my section that I wrote down all the scriptures in the Bible on faith. If I'm struggling with worry, I go to all the scriptures that talk about worrying. If parenting, I go to all the parenting scriptures. So I just write down all the scriptures to remind me of his promise and that I'm not alone. I also have my prayer section where I write down prayers, and I always ask people, what do you believe God for? Like, what are you asking God for and believing? You do have to have faith in order to get those things that you're asking God for. Then my favorite part, the journaling part. I try to journal every day, but I at least journal once a week. Just getting things off my chest. It's been a difficult road being an entrepreneur. I journaled about the day I quit my job when I was just like filled with so many emotions and like, God, I'm doing what you're telling me to do. This prayer journal has really built my strength and my faith, because I used to be like, oh, I was one of those people who like, those things don't happen to me. But then God started blessing me. He started sending me money out of nowhere. Like I would go check the mail and get a check, and I'm like, I don't even know what this check is for, but he's blessing me with money. And that's because I prayed for a financial blessing. I can hear him more clearly. It got me closer to God. I can hear him clearly. This is what I start my morning off with. I meditate. I go on my prayer journal. I read my affirmations before I go to sleep every day, so I can set my energy for the next day. You guys know I'm big on energy. I read my affirmations at night and in the morning because I want to remind myself how awesome I am. And most of them are the I am type of affirmations. So I just went on Google, I went on Pinterest and wrote down all the favorite affirmations that I felt resonated with me. And I would basically just write them in my journal and look at them every day. I read them constantly just to remind myself, but it makes me feel good inside. My love language is affirmations. So that's why I need to see it every day. And it gets me on a positive note. It starts my day off positive. After I meditate and clear my mind, I will journal again, or I journal at night before I go to bed, just to get everything off my mind. You never can go to sleep mad. You shouldn't go to sleep mad. Or like negative feelings. So keep your mind positive. When you go to sleep, you wake up positive. And I also write down, try to add something to my gratitude list. Like, I'm grateful for just waking up every day. I'm grateful for life, my family, my business, my clients. Even I'm grateful for my car, like just good health. I'm grateful for my strengthening faith. So I just write things like that. Anything that I'm grateful for. And I don't pray and ask for stuff too often. Maybe once a month, I'll write in the prayer section where, because God has been blessing me and I'm believing him for what he's promised us. So I don't have much to ask for because I have more than enough. And I love that feeling of things that you wrote down and you can go back and look and be like, wow, I'm checking off the list of what God has blessed me with already that I've asked for this year. And it's only been since May. It's only been since May that I left my job. But it's been an amazing feeling. So it made me really expand my prayer journal, and I have it printed out and available. If you guys want to buy one, it's like 93 pages. I tried to make it small, but I did double-sided just so that it wouldn't be super thick. But it's 93 pages and I have it for sale. The link is in the description. It's $25. And that's for the printed version. If you only want just the PDF version, I can give you that for $15. You'll just have to message me. But on my website, it's the printed version where you will get it binded. So I have about 10. They will go out tomorrow if you order today. So they basically go out within 24 hours if you order today. I have 10 available right now to ship out this week. Then I have some more orders coming in by the weekend. So if you are interested in the prayer journal, definitely click the link and you can order it on my website. It's $25 plus shipping, and it would be shipped out tomorrow, and you'll get a confirmation email with the tracking number. So that's all I have for you guys today. Tomorrow I will talk about support. So the conversation tomorrow is going to be about support, and then the next day it'll be about managing time. Just giving you, I think it's about 5 or 6 tips about how to manage your time. And tomorrow it's going to be 7 tips on how to get support, because a lot of people struggle with having the support. They're like, how could I ask somebody if I don't know who to ask? So we're going to talk about support tomorrow. Hey, thanks for joining. Make sure you guys like and share the video. I didn't forget about you guys. I am still going to do the video on, what was it? I'm trying to think, what was the topic I was supposed to do this weekend, but I was so busy, you guys. Judgment. So I will still do that one this week. We'll talk about judgment, because that is something a lot of people deal with. People are very judgmental. So I'll talk to you guys later and see you tomorrow. All right, bye.